Hi guys. Okay, so before you guys start on your piñata, a little while before you start, I would suggest that you make up your paper mache. Like before you even blow up the balloon and all that stuff, I would make your paper mache just because the longer it sits, the more the flour actually just kind of dissipates into the water, so the more it dissolves. So anyway, so what you're going to do is you're going to start with flour, just all-purpose flour. I just get the cheapest kind. Whatever you have at home, just use that. I put a scoop in here. You guys don't have to do that. Just get some flour, put it in your bowl. Here, I'll tilt it down. So you get some flour, put it in your bowl. All right. I'm going to do a little bit more than that because I might do more work. I can't tell you exact measurements because I don't know how big your piece is, and I wouldn't know anyway. I always just do it this way. I just eyeball it. So I just put some water in there, some flour in there, and then some people put a tiny bit of salt in there, and it's supposed to help it not mold, but I've never had a mold problem with paper mache, so if you guys are worried about that, just put a little pinch of salt in there. It hasn't mattered for me. So then you just fill it with water, grab a whisk, and just do this while the water's filling up. You're going to make it a certain consistency, so a certain thickness, and I'll show you guys. Okay, let me just show you. So it's going to be kind of maybe like a thick cream, like the liquid cream that you buy. But let me show you. I don't know if you guys can see, but see how, can you guys tell how chunky it is? See the chunks at the bottom? All that stuff? That's why you guys want to do this earlier, so that that stuff has time to dissolve into the water better. So right now you guys can see it's pretty thick. When it drips off my finger really slow, it's pretty thick. And the thing is that some of these chunks haven't dissolved into it, so when they dissolve into it, it'll be thicker. So let me try to get it in there. I'm trying to break them up with my whisk. Break up the chunks. Okay, so they're probably not all broken up, and I might have to fix it later, but we'll see. They're mostly broken up, but I can feel some at the bottom, some chunks. There's some chunks in there. So what you're going to want is you're going to want it to be, see how it drips kind of fast, but not as fast as like water or milk. You basically want it to be a little bit thicker than milk, or as thick as maybe a cream. Okay, this will get, I actually might want it a little bit thicker, but it will get thicker with these chunks in it. So I'm going to let it sit for a while I work on the actual structure of the paper mache balloon, or the piñata. Okay, so look, that's actually pretty watery. But like I said, because it's going to sit and because these are going to dissolve, it should get to be about the right thing. But you can kind of see, I don't know. See, that's pretty drippy, but a little bit thicker than that would be great. All right, you can always add more flour if you need to, and you can always add more water if you need to make sure that it's the right consistency. The other thing is, and you guys might remember this, is that, hold on. The other thing is, while you're working, you guys remember that you guys would work with one bowl for a while, and then sometimes I would make sure you guys added some water to it, or I would add some water to it, because what will happen is the paper will soak up more of the water than the actual flour, okay, because it's easier for it to soak it up. So over time, whatever is in your bowl that you're actually using to do the strips will get thicker. So you might have to add water to what you already have in your bowl, or you might add water to your mixture. you guys just check it out. And you guys have done it with me. Most of you have done this with me. And so most of you will have an idea of the thickness, and it's not going to be, it'll work fine either way. If it's not perfect, it's going to be okay. It's not perfect math, or perfect science or whatever. So just try to get it a little bit thicker than milk, about maybe like a cream. Yeah, and then work with that. And if you guys can even change it if you need to. Like if you feel like it's too thick or if it's too thin and it's something that you just feels wrong to you, then just change it.